The Honda Accord starts out as a roll of steel that comes in. It goes through our blanking process, which is the materials cut out to a certain shape. It then goes into our press through a 4-die stage press. We have a draw die, a trim die, a pierce die, and a final bend die. As those parts come out, we have associates on the back of the line that we utilize to check and inspect the parts for flaws and defects.
Here in the Forming Plastic department, we make all the Honda Accord bumpers, the boomerangs, and the dashboards are made here in the forming department. We have little pellets that we're loading from the silo in the back. You have your mold, which is set here and form the parts and makes the parts.
After forming, the new Accord goes into our welding department. Our welding department has over 900 robots, which progresses from our first zone, which does our inner frame, which is new for this Accord. It is like the bones within inside the cabin. From that, it goes into our next area, which applies the skin. From there, it goes into our small parts. Doors are installed, and then it goes through our finishing where adjustments are made before it gets shipped off to the paint department.
Accord comes in from out of weld shop. We basically have several processes we go through. We go through a cleaning process where we go through dip tank series. We have a ED process, which is our electric coat, rust preventative coating. We send through sealer line where we seal the body and make it waterproof. We then go through an inspection process before we go into the painting booth. At that point, we prime, we base coat, and we clear coat the body. After it comes out of the oven, we do an inspection process. We put a black wax and an under wax into the cavities of the car. We put a beta foam in for sound deadening, and we ship the cars to AF.
After the Accord leaves paint, it goes into what you call AF on, and that's where all of your interior parts get put on the car, like wiring, tubing, your HVAC, your carpets, like where we're standing at right now. All the body parts gets put on.
AF on, they will send out a car that's got a VIN number stamped in the body. Once AF on receives that information, they'll print out a build sheet that's got a model type. Back at Engine Rack, they will assign that engine with that model type to that build sheet, and then subassembly will build that engine and it'll come out here to engine mount, and that's where we'll mount it to the body. As you can see behind me, very critical part of the process for the rear suspension and the engine to line up, mount to the body as the equipment shoots it.
The robots will pick it up off the carrier, it will take it down, set it on a conveyor, it'll be sealed. From there, it slides down to the robot, picks it up, they take it to the car. There are cameras that line that glass up so for a correct fit, and then the robots will apply the glass to the body. After we install the windshields, we'll go down and start installing interior parts. Front and rear seats will be installed, steering wheels, we install the front and rear doors.
Vehicle quality inspection is a human inspection along with a computer LET, which stands for line-in tester, and it's going to perform around a 200 check item list while we're driving the car through our department. First thing the car goes through is what we call mass calibration. Next, after the car leaves the mass station, it'll go down through our exterior and lock function check. The car will then go over top of a dynometer where we'll ride it up to 70 miles an hour, check a lot of the features as far as cruise control, to get ready to take the car outside through a shower tester booth. Placed in the car in assembly is little cardboard strips in the low-lying points of the car. Anything that would leak, the water would end up on that cardboard strip. Also, while we're outside, we go down a squeak and rattle track that's specifically designed to bring out different rattles in our cars. We have a booth that's designed to actually recreate that track out there. And then, of course, it's always a matter of checking the 10 cars before that car and the 10 cars behind that car so we can guarantee our quality. And then back into another final inspection area before the car is taken to pre-ship. And that's how a new Accord is made.